the story I'm about to write now, and what I'm currently working on, is how Joe Biden, all my fears of a Joe Biden administration is coming true. People thought, and this is why Fred Hampton Leftist is growing. This is why my Twitter continues to grow. This is why my YouTube is growing. This is why people are starting to listen to us, because people thought I was being too hyperbolic last fall. When people were like, oh, we got to vote out Trump because he's a fascist, and my response to them, I'm like, Joe Biden's a fascist. The fuck? They thought they were like, oh, you being hyperbolic because you mad Bernie lost. Meanwhile, those same boogie fake leftists on YouTube that told you to vote for Joe Biden, now they have egg on their face. New U.S. military training document called Socialists, a terrorist ideology. Enlist them alongside neo-Nazis amid Pentagon crackdown on domestic extremism. What does that remind you of? There's a great response down here. That kind of this one right here. You see this? This is America in a nutshell. This is in America. This is like the United States got the new Jim Crow. It got the prison abolition, the Conservative state from Nazi Germany, and Nazi Germany got their model from how the United States treated indigenous people. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna stop the fascists, though. And we just gotta vote Trump out, and we get rid of the fascists. That's what they told us. People yelled at me and said I was a fascist enabler because I didn't want to vote for Joe Biden, the guy who took credit for writing the Patriot Act, who was the vice president when Barack Obama ramped up NSA spying. And they waged a war against journalism. Used the Espionage Act more than any other president in American history. Going after Julian Assange and many other reporters. One of the biggest tendencies of a fascist leader in fascist countries is going after journalists. And that's what the Democratic Party, that's what Joe Biden and Barack Obama was doing. But I was unreasonable because I didn't want to support them. What did I want to find a clip because I need to post this old clip that I had on Twitter to show you guys how I called this. Because remember when Joe Biden and then was first increased in the military budget, the Pentagon budget, the military budget and the police budget, and they were saying, oh, we're gonna go after extremist ideologies. I made a video and we talked about it on Fred Hampton Leftist. You guys realize that they always do this. They always use terrorism. They always use national security to expand the state and state powers. You hear me? So they use white supremacy. They use terrorism. They use these things to expand the state. And then once they expand the state, once they have more police funding, once they stripped away our human rights, like we don't have a Fourth Amendment anymore. There's no one upholding that. Police can do whatever they want. They will target the left, workers' movements, and black people. That's why they saw the massive working class movements that started because of George Floyd's death, and people had enough of this fascist police state that we living in. People saw that and they were like, enough. Hell, they saw January 6th and they like, okay, people are becoming way more anti-establishment. And if, once again, do leftists really believe power concedes without struggle? You really think they're going to allow you to vote this shit out? That's what we said. We said we're not gonna. You're not changing the direction of the U.S. empire with these partisan presidential puppets. That's what I said. And people thought you had the privileged white left that thought I was wrong for saying that. They thought that, okay, we can just vote out the elements of Trumpism, like the white supremacist immigration system. We can vote out the United States funding apartheid states. Like, this is ridiculous. Great comment on the YouTube side from Asin Chakaste. Not the first time they created the CIA specifically to target the left worldwide. Amen. We talked about that before. If you do not know the history of the CIA, you don't know American history. Because knowing the history of the CIA is crucial in debunking neoliberal talking points, where they blame Guatemalans for the destabilization of their country. When you see Kamala Harris say, "Do not come," once you understand that the CIA has been responsible for multiple coups in Guatemala, you can debunk that. We just saw Joe Biden say a blatant lie. Once again, oh, we gotta vote for Joe Biden because at least he's not as big of a liar as Donald Trump. That's what they was telling us. Meanwhile, Joe Biden with a straight goddamn face went up and told everyone, the United States, we don't meddle in the election of other democracies. That is as bad as a lie as it gets. How is that? Donald Trump said a lot of lies, but he literally was trying to sell the idea that the United States don't meddle in other countries. Now, if you know the history of the CIA, you would know that why that's bullshit. Over 70 countries we've been involved in since the formation of the CIA. Yep, TD on YouTube said the predator class created the system to protect itself. You guys think you're gonna overhaul the system? You think through a liberal, like they were saying that like I heard all the arguments from the left that why we should vote for Biden. They were like, well, at least it'd be easier to pressure someone who is closer to us on the Overton window to advocate for workers and for peace. That is what a lot of the bourgeoisie white progressives were selling you. They said, well, at least if we vote for Biden, that we be in a better position to push them left. How has that gone for you guys? Minimum wage, $2,000 relief checks, canceling student loan debt, halting deportations. How's that gone for you guys?